Alright, well welcome. I'm going to show you how to get Digsby on your computer and on the LMS. And I'm shooting this for my iPhone. I'm going to give that a try today and see if I can put this together and make a useful video and throw it on YouTube for you to watch. So if it's jerky, you can let me know later and I won't do that again. But here goes. So first thing you want to do is you want to go to Digsby.com, Digsby.com. And you'll come up to a page that looks like this. And you'll want to take your mouse and you want to click on where it says free download. Now click on that and you'll want to get the Windows version. It looks like there's a Mac version and a Linux version, but there really aren't yet. I guess they're to be announced soon, but they're not there yet. That's okay because we all run Windows anyway. So there's Windows version. I want to click on Run. And what it's going to do is take a minute to download, and I'll catch up with you when that's done. Alright, so Digsby is up and running now, and it's giving us a note here that says there's no spyware, no adware, no malware, no viruses. But we got to be careful on these next few steps because they will try to do something that's going to get them paid, which is how they make their money, but we're just going to say no to toolbars. So I click Next, and up here it's going to ask where I want to put it. All users is fine, and I'm going to click Next again. Now here, this screen right here, this is where they want to make money. They want to change your search provider to Ask, and we don't want that, so we're going to uncheck that. And we want to uncheck this box down here because it asks if it can put on a Digsby toolbar. Now, it doesn't have to be checked. We don't want to have another toolbar. My mantra is just say no to toolbars, and then after these two are clear, we're going to go on to Next. It's going to load for a minute, and I'll come back to you when it's done. Alright, here's the next screen, and this is our opportunity to tell Digsby no one more time. We want to uncheck this box right here that says keep Digsby free and ad-free. We don't really want to do these things. They want to change your search now to Google, so we want to undo that, and we want, they basically are asking on this one if they can use your computer when you're not using it to run code, and we don't really want them to do that either. Launching Digsby when your computer starts is a good idea though, so this is the only box so far that we've left checked, and we're going to click Launch. So the next screen that's going to come up here is a screen that's going to allow you to keep or to make your Digsby account. So here what I would do is something like Mr. Holmes Wava, and then I'd put my Wava email address. Now nobody sees that except for you, and so you're going to go ahead and make a username and put a password, and then click on the register button right there. After you've done that, you should have the Digsby, the actual Digsby program pop up, and you're able to put your username and password in, and then click Sign In. I would suggest clicking Save Password and Auto Login so that every time you turn on your computer you don't have to log in, but that's just me. Your choice on that one. And then you're going to click Sign In. Alright, so once you're logged in, you should have a screen that looks something like this, except you're not going to have any of those usernames in there yet, because you haven't set up anything yet. So go to Tools, and then Preferences, and then in here we're going to have this window that's going to show various instant messenger accounts. Now I have a Yahoo account, Google Talk, MSN, and AOL instant messengers where my students can get in touch with me, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I want to talk about the widgets. So we're going to go down here, and we are going to click on the Widgets button. Now the Widgets button is going to bring open the Widgets menu, and what we want to do is we want to create a new widget. Now you can see I've created a couple already, but I'm going to show you how to make a new widget. And we're going to click on that, and a new screen is going to pop up, and it's going to ask us what we want our widget to look like. So here you'll want to think about what you want your widget to be named. I think Digsby Widget's not the best name. I might say something like Class Chat or Mr. Holmes Chat. I'm just going to put that in real quick. And then here's your nickname. This is where you are going to be, whatever you put in here is what your students are going to see. They're not going to see your email. They're not going to see anything else. I'm just going to put Mr. H in there. And then down here I can pick the colors. I think camouflage actually looks really, really well. It blends right in with the LMS colors. And then I choose a custom color, or a custom size, and I found to fit into the LMS really well that 600 by 250 works out really, really well. So I'm going to put 250 in there, and this is kind of a preview of what it's going to look like. Now what I've added on mine is Mr. Holmes chat. I want to put something like IP logged, and that just tells those people that if they were going to be mischievous, that I know their IP address, and it really does log their address. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. So then we want to go down to next right here. So click next, and it is going to have us log in using our username and password. Alright, so now that I've got my username and password in there, I'm going to click submit, and this is where the magic happens. It's giving me some HTML code that I can use to put into different web pages. And we're going to take all this code right here, and we're going to copy it, and we're going to go into the LMS and we're going to paste it a little bit later. So I'm going to hit copy. I right clicked on it and hit copy. You can use edit copy. I right click and copy, and now I'm ready to go to the LMS. Alright, now that I'm in the LMS, I am going to click on author mode, and I'm going to put it into the announcements. The reason for that is that announcements are easy to auto-populate to all your courses, and if a student doesn't want to see it, they can keep it shut. You can put it other places, but I'm gonna just put it in here for now, and if you have questions later, I can help you out. So now what we're going to do is we're on the add an announcement, and we're going to go over and click this HTML button. And it's really important that we do that, because otherwise the text that we're going to paste in isn't going to make any sense, and it's just going to look like a bunch of weird text when someone looks at it. So we're going to click that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see a little bit of text garbage in here. If there is any, just get rid of it, and I am going to just paste in what I had copied earlier. Paste that into there, and I'm just going to call this chat. For me, it's just a sample, so I don't need to do anything more than that. And at this point now, I'm ready to post the announcement, and it says it's been posted. Hit OK, and then right here I click on chat, and we should see this chat widget pop up in here. Now it says Mr. Holmes is online, and I can go down here and edit the nickname. I'm just going to call it test, and this is where your students are going to enter their name and course number and section number and all that good stuff. So what I want to do now is I want to hit down here in the box, I want to type in test. I'll just type in a bunch of garbage, and I'm going to hit enter to send it as if I were a student, and then sure enough I got a sound and a message that popped up, and I'm going to pretend like I'm going to write back a bunch of garbage, and then on the pretend test page here we can see that it all made it back to the widget, and it shows me as Mr. Holmes. So anyhow, I hope that helps you out, and that should get you started. If you have any other questions, feel free to give me a call, or shoot, you can instant message me. Thanks. Bye-bye. And one more thing. If you want to populate it to your other courses, just click on Edit, hit OK, and then as you have the menu here, you can click Add Usage. And then, of course, you can click on these boxes, and it will add it as an announcement to all of your courses. Shoot out in K-mail, let the students know about it, and you're in business.